Welcome to RV and Travel Adventures. My name is Jesus Manuel Menagarza. I hope you're doing absolutely fabulous wherever you are at. One thing many RVers share in common, be you with a little $15,000 pop-up or $2 million Prevo, you have desires and motivations to have some coffee in the morning. Many of us drink coffee all day, but I just drink coffee in the morning. I usually have a little pour over. This is my setup. I have a cup. I have this little porcelain pour over contrivance, and then I put a filter inside and I fill it up with coffee. And then I pour some hot water over it, and that's how I make my coffee in my RV and also at home. I thought I'd try something different. I just came back from a trip to Europe where I had a lot of macchiatos, lattes, cappuccinos, ristrettos. And of course, I now have an espresso machine. Wow! I've been watching a lot of videos on espresso machines. They vary in price from about $100 to about $20,000. Yes, they come at $20,000 iterations. If you go to one of your high-end home goods stores, they'll sell you an espresso machine for, $3, $4, $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000. But I saw this one on sale. It's typically $150. I got it for $120. I say $30. And I figure if I don't like how this machine works, I can either return it or just throw it in the old garbage can. It's only $120. It's $120, but it's not $2,000, $3,000. So it's a Wirsh espresso machine. It's an espresso maker. It's called the Home Barista Plus. It's also called the 20 bar. It says bring barista home. Wow. So I'm going to have two different videos I'm going to be producing on this. The first one is going to be the unboxing, and then I'm going to, after I get used to making coffee with it, espressos, I'll be sharing that video eventually. It might take me a week, it might take me a month, it might never happen, but I'm going to try to see if I can become a good, coffee barista. That's my goal. Dare to dream. Again, a lot of folks out there on the old YouTube say buy $500 worth of this, another $1,000 worth of this, and another $3,000 worth of this, and add it to your coffee maker that costs you $4,000 or $5,000, and you can make good coffee. Hey, but I'm a cheapskate. All I got is this $120 contraption, and I bought myself a little $8, steaming cup for the milk. Yes, you can froth the milk in this. It only costs like $7, $8. And finally, I bought myself a little stainless steel, little thing to tamp out your when you're done with your making your cappuccino, your espresso, you knock out the puck in here. Wow, I think this costs $10. Such a deal. So I'm a cheapskate. Some people stir their, what do you call it? The grounds. And with a little whisk, a little sort of wiry whisk, goes down, looks like needles in the flat, and they don't want those clumps. Other people buy little measuring, little scales, and they go, okay, I'm only going to add 18 grams, I think it's 18 grams or something like that, of coffee. And then I'm going to, when I do my coffee, I want it to be 2-to-1 ratio, so it has to be 32 or something like that. And I'm going to make that coffee fabulous. I don't want any bitterness. I don't want any weird taste. I don't want it to be sour, bitter. And one person said, hey, he even gave it colors. He said, this coffee reminds me of certain colors, yellow and green. Wow. I'm not going to get that far. In photography, in RVing, in artwork, and fishing, I'm crazy. But not when it comes to coffee. I just want to have something that works. Make a simple cup of coffee. And this one seems pretty good. And I'm going to do this unboxing right now after talking for a while. And I'm going to show you what's inside the box. And we're going to share what's inside the box. Again, I got this for 120. Right now it's back up to I think 150 bucks. But it's the Wirsh, W-I-R-S-H, you know, little setup here. And they, you know, again, they have different versions of this thing. You know, you can, you know, quickly go down that little trail. You know, you're going, I like the 120. Oh, you got another one that's 200. But oh, that really nice $300 one. I like that one. How about $500? That one's $2,000. I'm going to get that one. The salesman would be more than happy to sell you the more expensive one, okay? So this is pretty nice. I like it. And the reason I bought it, it says right here, non-plastic portafilter. That's the thing that holds the coffee. It doesn't have any plastic in it, so when hot water hits it, in fact, infusing it with plastic too. And it also has quick start. Just press a button. It's just a button. Even this idiot can do it. The biggest worry I have is burning my stuff with the steam wand. That's the number one worry I have. I don't want to burn myself. So let's open this thing up. Hope you enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And again, this is going to go in my RV and also my home when I'm doing some traveling. If I'm going to be out there RVing for 2-3 weeks, I need my cappuccino. Hey! So I'm going to open this up and call it good right now. Let's open this up. I have my special knife. Let me open this up. Again, this is a slow process. Open this little box up. Again, there's some folks out there that, you know, say they, when they drink their coffee, they see colors. Hey, I see a little yellow. I see a little green. You know, a little chocolatey taste. You know, essence of peaches. At the tail end there, it came out a little, you know, a little fantastic. It came out fantastic. But I'm not that big of a coffee snoot, okay? So let's open this thing up. Let's see what's in there. I'm going to turn this upside down. My number one goal is not to break it immediately. Let me just turn this thing. Here's the top. Let me put this upside down. And hopefully things don't fly immediately to the floor. Wish me luck. I'm crossing my fingers. Again, I'm in my home in Fort Worth, Texas. This product is made in China, by the way. There's a lot of Chinese knockoffs of, you know, Breville and DeLonghi, coffee makers. They've been making coffee equipment for decades. But these companies are all just, they get it, they copy everything, make it cheaper, and now they're selling it to me. This is a ripoff of the DeLonghi and the Breville, you know, their entry-level models, okay? So there we are. I got the flaps out. And let's see if anything flies out. Wish me luck. Ooh, relatively successful. So it comes with a manual. It says right here, user manual. Here it is, the user manual. Let me put that to the side. And it comes with a Wirsh.com. I tried to get to their website, and you know, they didn't get back to me. I wanted to ask them some questions, but they're, you know, like a lot of these Chinese companies, they don't have very good customer service as compared to. Let me grab that. Excuse me. As compared to DeLonghi and Breville and some of these higher end manufacturers that sell you stuff for hundreds of bucks, they have better customer service. But you know, what can you do? But I saw Wirsh on a video at the Geneva, Switzerland. They had a coffee event, and they had some folks down there, and they just had a lot of stuff. This is pretty much one of their entry-level devices. They sell some stuff that goes for thousands of bucks, okay? So that's one side. Let me see what's on the other side. Let me see what I can grab from the other side. Here's a portafilter basket. This right here is their scoop and also their tamper. Of course, a lot of these folks on the old YouTube, let me grab, there's something down here. Yeah, there's something down here. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's that. That's the portafilter. Portafilter's inside here. Some folks recommend that you buy, you know, bottomless portafilters, and they have this little $20, $40, $50 basket, but this is pretty basic. It's pretty nice. It has a basket already in one of them. So there's two baskets. This one right here says 1 cup. And this one I think is 2 cups, so that's the one in there. They come out. Again, this does not have a plastic liner. I like that, okay? So I'm gonna put that over here. Feels pretty good. Feels pretty solid. Of course, you can buy another one of these for 50 bucks, a nicer one for 50 bucks, but I only spent 120 bucks. Why spend 50 bucks for one of those bottomless units? Bottomless ones. So I'm getting this open. Hope you're enjoying this video. Again, you can take this to your RV, and if it falls off the shelf, you hit a big bump in the road and things start flying, you're not going to cry because your $120, $150, coffee maker went kablooey. Just be glad you didn't spend that 3,000 bucks, 4,000 bucks. So let me turn this upside down. Looks like it goes this way. There's one piece of styrofoam. And there's 2 pieces of styrofoam. There we are, very nice. Yeah, I gotta clean up after myself. Comes in this very nice plastic. Again, this is a ripoff of the DeLonghi and Breville, smaller units that usually go for around $250. So they sell this one on sale. I got it for 120 bucks. And that's a good deal, I think. So I just wanted to get started, see if I like having fancy coffee at home. Has suction feet. Let me put it down. That's pretty good. Has all these little plastic, what do you call it, the little Scotch tape sort of, tape holding down things. Let me take these off. That's one. Let me put it right here at the edge. Let me put it right here. There's another one right there. There's another one. So I got those 2, and then I got one on the side. And they're very nice. They have little tabs on them, so you don't have to search too hard. It makes it a lot easier. That's very nice of the folks at this coffee company. So let me lift this up. It's stuck on my little stainless steel tail pretty good. Again, I like this Wirsh. Looks very nice. Has stainless steel on the side. Stainless, looks like plastic or stainless steel on the top. And it looks very, very nice. Looks very, very nice. Let me see if I can take off the basket. Let me see if I know how to take off the basket. Let me see. Opens like this. Basket comes off like this. So there's the water basket. I'll leave at the end of this video some of the dimensions and some of the capacities, how many liters or quarts or whatever. The higher end machines have little things that say, hey, you're running out of water. You better add some water, but I'm not going to spend an extra 50, 100 bucks to get something that says you're running out of water. I'm just going to look in here and go, no gots, got to add some water. So it goes on this little lip here, and it's pretty simple, straightforward. The water goes in there. There are some people out there. There are some people out there. Again, there are some people out there that use distilled water and then add certain chemicals to it, and that's how they make their coffee. Again, I'm just going to use tap water when I do my short little, introduction to it, okay? Let me get this and show you the other side. It says we're here something. I'm going to leave that on for a while. And here's the other side. Has the little steam off, on, off, mucho, little, less. And this is the steam on, moves to the side, has this little silicone little holder, and it goes down like that. Very nice. Very nice. And it has this stainless steel, let me see if this goes side. Oh, it got tape on there. I got to take out the tape. One tape. Put that over here with the rest of the tapes. Another tape here. This one I got a tape from the bottom side. Okay. This one does not have a tab. Let me get my little knife and sort of between the grooves here, grab it. There we go. Yeah, on my little stainless steel table, this thing stays on there solid. Look at that. Pretty solid. So this comes off, stainless steel, all metal. It has a little float. When it gets a lot of water, it just comes up. And this tray, you dump. And then it has a secondary tray. Why would you want two trays? Well, let's say, for example, you're going to put your super tall glass or super tall to-go cup in here. It'll fit right there and it'll drip. The rest of the stuff will drip into there. If you just use normal size, you know, barista cups, it'll go right there, okay? Let's take a peek at the front. Let me put this back on. And again, this is all metal, very nice. Again, 120 bucks, can't complain. You know, one thing about China, they can make stuff cheap because they pay people not very much money as compared to Italy and other countries. So you benefit from that. So it has a little meter here. The red area in the middle is essentially says, hey, that's where it should be brewing. And typically most folks want their coffee to be, you know, at a certain pressure. I don't know what the pressure, what it's called. Let me see, what is it called? It says pressure, espresso range, I don't know. Bars, I think it is. 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe 10. Even though they say this is a 20 bar unit, they only want, typically most folks that I've been watching on the old YouTube, and of course they never lie. So 7, 8, 9 bars. So you just want to keep it in that range. If it's too low, that means that you're when you're making your coffee, that means you have too thick a ground. And if it's too high, you have too fine a ground, and water's having problems permeating this. So I'm going to give it a little cleaning. It has little tape marks, and of course, very nice. This is supposed to be able to warm your cups. Put your cups here and warm up your coffee. And this little dial. And there's your little buttons. On, 1 cup, 2 cups, steam. This has one contrivance inside that'll heat up the water, and it heats it up for the coffee. And after you're done with the coffee, you finish that, then you can use it to froth your milk and produce steam. So some the more fancy, you're gonna have double boilers. You know, these super high-end boilers that you know, you can do 2 things at once, but this one you only can do 1 thing at a time. So I'm gonna be at home. I'm gonna wake up in the morning. I'm gonna make myself a little cup of coffee. I'm gonna make sure I have water in here. I have to actually look at, hey, is there water in there? That'd be nice. So I can make my coffee, and then I can make myself a coffee. Press button number 1 after grinding it, okay? I have a simple $50 conical grinder, very basic. They sell them, you know, if you want a entry level, apparently an entry level electric grinder on the old YouTube goes for about 150, 200 bucks. More than this right here. I'm just going to use mine. And with these double-walled baskets with only 1 hole in the bottom, they're rather forgiving of grind size. If you want to, you know, grind something a little finer for higher quality espresso, you have to get the single wall cups. Okay, so that's the unboxing. Did I miss anything? Again, it's pretty decent quality, well made. It's made in China. It's not made in Italy. It's made in China. It's pretty good quality. I have no complaints. And it has a little level here. It says maximum amount of water. So it has all the different features. I'm going to read the manual. And maybe tomorrow morning, I'll shoot a video of me making it. And hopefully I don't burn myself or cause any issues. Thanks for watching me. Again, I'm going to be using this in my RV. And also at home, when I'm going RVing, I'll put in some little box that'll hold everything, all my little contrivances, and take it to my RV, plug it in, and have espresso in the morning. Very nice. Very nice. Hope you like this video. This has been Jesus Manuel Mena Garza for RV and Travel Adventures. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll have information in the description if you want to become a member of this channel, and also a link to this product if you want to buy with it, you know, for whatever reason. Again, I got it on sale for $119.99. Right now, I think it's $150, but they go back on sale. You can always look around and, hey, maybe you're one of those persons that can afford a $5,000 espresso machine. Congratulations if you can. If you got a Prevo, very nice. Big thumbs up. I am seriously jealous. From Fort Worth, Texas, again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Leave your kind and friendly comments below. Abajo. Muchas gracias a todos ustedes. I'm in my kitchen in Fort Worth, Texas. My modest kitchen in Fort Worth, Texas. I got a $120 espresso machine. I think I'm doing okay. It's not the big one. It's not the fancy one, but it should work. It should be able, with a little bit of skill, I should be able to get a good to very good cup of espresso and a latte. I love lattes. I really enjoyed my lattes when I was in Europe. I had lattes everywhere I went, in Germany, in France, in Belgium, in the Netherlands, etc., etc. I had lattes. Thank you very much. Again, where am I at? I'm in Fort Worth, Texas. This is the Wirsh, W-I-R-S-H, 20 bar espresso machine. Typically sells for, again, 150 bucks. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to ring the bell for future notifications. Gracias. Adios. Bye-bye. And happy coffee making. Not to keep you in suspense, I did make a latte after I did this video, just about an hour after. And it came out very good. It's as good as they make in the coffee shops, I think. Of course, I might be bragging. So there's my latte.